Last week is super crazy. I had appointments all over the place, and it's gonna keep going like this till the end, which is great. I'm not complaining. It's just that I wish the day had 36 hours instead of 24. So this week I shot a very local cheese made out of sheep milk, and I got a lot of leftovers here. They gave me a bunch of testers, so I just want to show you those. This is, oops, let me clean this up a bit. All right. So we have different kind of cheeses here. This is the main one. It's the Ossau-Iraty, which is has a special denomination here. You can only make this cheese here in this region and call it Ossau-Iraty if it's made in a certain way. There's a set of guidelines to respect to make this cheese in a few different villages across the area. But you have to, it's very strict on the regulations. So this is one of the most famous Basque cheeses here. All these other ones are also made out of sheep milk. A lot of people have it with cherry jam. I shot the Association of local cherries here this week. And so usually what people do is they'll cut a piece of this, right, and have some jam. So you see there's the cherry jam, the cheese. I don't have any bread today, but I'm just gonna have this kind of like a pre-lunch bite. Savory and the sweet. I'm not a big fan of that usually, but in this case it works really well. Here's a blue cheese, and we have a few different ones here. We got this one, I'm not sure what it's called, and they're just, I think they're more creamy cheeses, and there's just different ways of making it. I'm actually lactose intolerant, although a lot of people in my family don't believe it. But when I was in India a few years ago, this Italian doctor did a frequency test on me, and I was very weak when exposed to lactose molecules. So I've been trying to limit the amount of lactose that I have. But, you know, I do love cheese, and I do love French food, which is really cream-based and butter-based, so I try to just avoid it as much as possible, but I find it hard to eliminate it. So yeah, so I'm just going to leave the cheese at this lunch I'm going to later, and my friends will be able to enjoy all of it. Alright, let's go. Yo! Huh? This is a really stinky one. You don't like that?
I like it, but not when I touch it. Oh yeah, that looks good.
I moved apartments from Bayonne to Biarritz, so I'm now on the coast. I feel like I should get into the book project in a bit more details to explain to you what I'm doing here. So first of all, the book needs to be done by 31st of July. It's quite a big book. I need to compile a list of 80 recipes. They can be traditional or more modern, and I'll be taking photos of the recipes through different restaurants around the region. And on the other hand, there'll be chapters with photo essays and text about how producers make ham, or how they make their cheese, or how they go fishing in the bay. So it'll have a bit of both. There'll be, you know, kind of a classic recipe section, and on the other side it'll be more of a travel photo essay style. This is the busiest time of the year here. Summer, it becomes just nuts here. We have festivals, we have tourists coming in. Since this project was kind of started off a bit late in the game, we started off in the end of May, beginning of June. There's been a lot of time spent doing research, getting in touch with people, and most of the time I'm doing that right now. Calling, emailing, finding new places that I want to put in the book. And I'm spending a lot of time convincing them to be part of the book. The trick is to convince them that this project is worthwhile for them and convince them to participate. So it does take a lot of energy. I spent a lot of time in the car. It's been waking up at 5:36 and coming home at 10, not having time to work out or kind of see my friends. It's been mostly just all out meetings, phone calls, setting meetings, driving. I think I'm at 2,000 kilometers, which I think is 1,200 miles. I'll double check that. In the past 3 weeks. but I am starting to shoot a lot more now, which is great. And the next week or so is going to be full-on shooting. I've set up a lot of these dates now, and the schedule is packed with shoot dates. People are excited. I'm spending a lot of time at night editing the photos to make them look awesome, and that's the part that you don't really see. The shoot part takes, could take about 2-3 hours, but you spend a lot of time selecting them, editing them, going back and forth to publisher. So, but it's a lot of fun. It's just that it's taken a bit of a toll on me. I can tell physically and also a bit mentally and morally. I've decided to take a little day off today. Actually, the day off was actually catching up on work that I tried to do and I couldn't do because I was trying to get some sleep. But yeah, I kind of just hung out today, relaxed, and took it easy because the next week is going to be super intense. Also, I moved out this week. I moved from Bayonne to Biarritz, which is actually the town I was born in. I'm in a more touristy part now, so I do hear a lot of people going out at night, which kind of wakes me up at night, and sometimes I think, it's my alarm going off and I'm ready to go in the morning, but actually that's just drunk people that are still out. Anyway, I'm staying in a bit of a smaller apartment, but it is by the beach, so I'm not going to complain. It's my good friend Yuri, who has that workshop right next to that previous Airbnb, if you remember, subletting his place, and yeah, I'm really happy. It's nice to have the sea breeze, although I have no time to go to the beach these days, but it's nice to be closer to the beach. I'm gonna make a conscious effort to take more time out during the day, just so that I don't go nuts, I guess. Also need to find a tennis hitting partner. But yeah, so I'm in a new place, maybe we can check that out. We got the pull-out couch here, and here is kind of my work area. So I have my laptop, I have all my hard drives around, my charging station. See, it's a bit small in the last place, but everything is centralized here. And here's a little kitchen that I have. The cool part about this place is how close it is to the water, and I'm super excited to have this view. Check that out. I'm gonna take the next few hours to kind of regroup, recenter before this big week coming up, and stay tuned for more food videos coming up this week. Please subscribe, and I will see you soon.